Good morning, Monmouth. I'm Ashley Pacifico.
And I'm Michelle Rosenhaus. We want to give you a warm welcome to our brand new show. We're so excited to spend our mornings with you and talk about everything going on campus and around the world.
We are so thrilled to have the opportunity to talk with you about our lives, celebrity gossip, and songs that you must hear.
We'd like to keep everything light for our first show and just have you all get to know us and see what we're here for.
This is your AM with A&M. So to top things off, why don't we go into entertainment news?
This first segment we have is our AM Roast, where we give you all of the dirty details going on in the entertainment world.
First up, Jay-Z celebrates his wife Beyonce's phenomenal performance at the Super Bowl.
She was beautiful. I just had to say that. It was gorgeous.
She was absolutely stunning, flawless. If you weren't a Beyonce fan before, which in my mind, why wouldn't you be a Beyonce fan?
Yeah.
I mean, this had to sell you. He apparently threw this party that cost over $100,000, showering her with an encrusted bracelet, diamond encrusted bracelet, worth $60,000. Wow. Champagne alone was $50,000. He sprayed the girls, including Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams, as they walked in.
Of course.
And basically, they all just had a really great time, and they celebrated her excellent performance.
I mean, they did have a lot to celebrate for that performance. Their wardrobe was unbelievable. And speaking of their wardrobe, PETA was not very happy about it.
PETA is not very happy with Beyonce. Unfortunately, the clothes that she was wearing, or their lack of, some might say, was made from paneled iguana, python skin, and leather. So PETA is saying to her that the outfit missed the mark on the latest trend, which is humane and vegan fashion. Well, excuse me.
I guess she's not really with the trends, but you know what? Either way, it looked stunning.
She looked amazing.
So our next topic is actually Lindsey Vonn, who was the Olympic gold medalist, seriously injured herself in the Super G event in the Alpine World Ski Championships in Austria. And she actually fractured her shin bone, torn her ACL and MCL in her right knee. So, I mean, that could be a really big problem.
Lindsey Vonn right now is not in good shape. And, you know, the 2014 Winter Olympics are literally exactly a year away from right now.
They're right around the corner, and with that surgery, the reconstructive surgery on her knee, that's going to be a huge setback for her, and we don't really know if she can make it at this point.
I mean, she sent out a statement saying that she knows how hard that she's going to have to work and train for you know, the upcoming Olympics, and she just thanks all of her fans and family and friends for support. And that's all you can do when you're in that position.
It's true. And she has a lot of controversy surrounding her right now with the Tiger Woods scandal and everything. So it just kind of seems like luck is not really going her way right now.
You know, I'm not jealous to not be her at this moment in time.
Very true.
So, you know, we send our warm wishes. Hope she feels better, obviously. So moving over to Las Vegas. Guess who has a new residency? Miss Britney Spears. Move over Celine Dion. Britney is making her way. Rumors have been stirring for a while now. And, well, now it's official. Not all the details have been released yet, but she's shopping around between Caesars and I believe it's, don't quote me on this. I'm not so sure. I forgot. Well, it'll come to me. But apparently, the story is that she's not going to do the full show, which is 5 days a week, like normal other stars do. At this point in time, her, you know, conservatorship, she's still not able to use all that time on something like this.
I mean, that's going to be interesting with Britney Spears just because she's so always in the media.
Right.
And Vegas does not seem like the place that she will succeed with her history, but you know.
Right. Okay, well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for our
AM Roast.
AM Roast.
So we will come back to you quickly
right after the break.
You were supposed to make a right, but you made a left. And it's okay, you found your way. On a personal note, as I was counseling the two of you,
The odds of this boy achieving his dream in fashion 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
I look up to a lot of the older heads, you know, the innovators, the heads of the art movements of the past. They kept it really edgy, and like a lot of the Latin American muralists and Latin American artists, and their styles were very unique and new to their time. You know, somewhat controversial, but that's who I look up to mainly. Personally, I'm very excited about going to college. It's something new and it's something different than what I'm used to. I'm definitely going to be a little out of my element, but that's what makes it so exciting, is that, you know, it's something fresh. Well, there's so many opportunities that I think I could miss out on if I didn't go, you know? Getting into college takes planning and vision. You know, it's just like when I take a brick wall and turn it into a canvas for my art. Paintings help me realize that I've got what it takes.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
True definition of hero. And being a hero took a heroic effort.
Every day we bring to our fans the world of sports. We speak of heroes and heroism, but there are days when sports matter little and heroes matter more. These heroes don't hit walk-off homers or buzzer-beating threes. They simply made a plan for what to do when disaster strikes. You never know when you might need to be the hero, because you never know if today is the day before a natural disaster. Prepare, plan, be a hero. Visit ready.gov.
Welcome back to Good Morning Monmouth. We always like to have an interview with something special going on around campus or something that we would like our viewers to know about.
This week, we have the host of Monmouth's own Sports Beat on WMCX, Robert Pina, here with us. Sports Beat actually won an award recently. So, Rob, could you tell us a little bit about the show and the award that you guys won?
All right, the show first started, it's been a show around WMCX for a while now. It takes place up in the studio every Tuesday, 12 to 2 p.m. It's just a spot where the sports crew, the members of WMCX Sports can sit there, talk about sports, debate sports, and it's really a good time. I started it my freshman year, second semester, and been doing it for 4 years now. We had the honor of winning an award last year. It's called the Radio Flag Award for the best sports show, college sports show in the country. We had to apply for it. We sent in applications for them to listen to our show. They got back to us. I guess they reviewed us, and they told us that we were the winner. We actually accepted the award this year, and we have a banner hanging up in the studio with all our names on it and stuff like that.
That's unbelievable. That's an amazing accomplishment. Now, are you trying to work towards the same goal this year?
Yeah, obviously, it's a goal that I would like to achieve again, but you know, that's not a big deal. I didn't honestly expect to win it last year. I was kind of surprised when I heard that we were the best college sports radio show around the country. But if we win it again, that'd be great. If not, okay. It's just something I really enjoy doing,
Right.
And it's a fun time.
So what are kind of some of the topics that you cover on the show?
We talk about all sports related. We have football, basketball, Monmouth sports, basically any controversial topic going around in the sports world. We sit there, we debate. We have a fun time. It truly is good, and I welcome everybody to come in and either listen, or even if they want to come in and just sit and listen to us in the studio. That's always a good time.
Do you ever have people call in or maybe comment on some of the topics or stories?
Actually, this past week we had a very special interview with a director of a scouting agency for college football. So we had an interview with him this week. Sometime we get callers who just say their opinion, and we talk about their opinions online with them. So it's really good. We have about 6 students who are on the show currently, and we just sit there and talk sports.
So do you guys have any like games or things that you play on the show to keep people interested, or is it just kind of like a debate between all of you?
There's several different segments we have. There is a debate segment where we choose sides on who wins and stuff like that. There's my favorite segment is called the 3-word shuffle. We take a topic and you have to describe it in 3 words. So that's one of my favorites. We also have a That's Stupid segment. We go around something that happened around the sports world this week and say how stupid it was of that athlete or that team to do it.
I love those. I think those are so interesting. That's a lot of fun. Now, if we were to play the 3-word shuffle right here, right now on Good Morning Monmouth, do you think you're up for the challenge?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Let's see. Good Morning Monmouth. How would you describe it?
You put me on the spot here. Good morning, Monmouth. I would say Good Morning Monmouth. 3 words.
Oh, you can't just
How about I
choose
ask
the
you
same.
guys?
Okay.
Okay.
How
go
would you
for it.
describe? See, yeah, I'm the host of the Sports Beat, so why don't I ask you guys?
Sure,
All right,
let's
go
go.
for
All right,
it.
so you guys describe in 3 words Good Morning Monmouth.
Okay.
What
Do you want to do it first?
you go first.
Okay. I would say fun, charming, and insightful.
Okay.
See, now I feel like I want to make like a phrase, not like 3 separate words.
Either way. You can do 3 separate words, or you can do, like I said, like a phrase.
Great guests here.
Great
How's
guess
that
here.
one?
Wow, and being
Great
the first.
host here. How about that one?
Oh, I like that. Now, if we can just go back to your award for a second. Now, did they take your shows from a certain period of time and review a couple of them, or do you know how they kind of
It was
decided?
actually from the spring 2011 we won the award for. No, excuse me, spring 2012. 2012 we won the award for. So they reviewed us for that whole spring semester, and they called us up and said we won the award.
So, I mean, obviously it is such a huge deal because it's not like you submitted one show that you were like, oh, this is our best.
Correct.
This is the greatest. And they reviewed it. They reviewed a long period of time.
Right. We sent in an application telling them about our show. It was their job to look us up, find us through Radio Flag. Radio Flag's kind of like a Twitter for radio stations. So they looked us up. They found out how to listen to us. They listened to us on our live stream on WMCX.com, and they just reviewed our shows and said we were worthy of the award.
Wow.
And do you guys have a lot of the same cast this year that you had last year?
No, it's very different. Last year was more of people were in and out. This year, I like it more because it's a consistent crew. There's 7 of us. We're all on one mic at a time, so it gets crazy at times, but it creates a fun time, and you get so many different opinions, and it's fine. I'm really going to miss it after this season.
Oh, well, Rob, unfortunately, that's all the time that we have today, but thank you so much for being a great first guest.
Thank you.
And we hope to have you here on Good Morning Monmouth again.
Make sure you work on your 3 words.
3
We
words.
will.
Next
We
time it'll be
absolutely will.
perfected.
All right.
So stay tuned, and we will come back after the break.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
I'm Ashley Pacifico, here with my beautiful co-host, Michelle Rosenhaus. We would like to get right back into things with our AM Advice. In this segment, we share some questions that viewers have and instructed them on what to do as best as we can.
So our first question came from a girl who's in a long-distance relationship and was struggling to figure out if she should stay with him, but she loves her boyfriend very much, but she was beginning to wonder where they stand because he never really shows much emotion over the phone. So Ashley, what do you think she should do?
This is a tough one. It really is. You know, I've never been in a real like long distance relationship. So it's hard for me to say, but you know, if that's the only communication that you guys are really have and he's not putting in forth effort, is it really worth your time and your emotions? I think you're going to, in the end, put way more into the relationship than it seems like maybe he wants.
I almost feel like in that sense, it's harder because what do you do? I mean, she said she does love him very much, but the thing is, at what cost are you gonna, because you're suffering in college and you don't want to do that.
Right. And to me, I mean, I think I'm the kind of girl who it's like, if you know, like if you love someone, you're just like, oh, no, like it doesn't matter how far away, yada, yada. But at the same time, I think when it comes down to it, I mean, you have to really look at the big picture. How much of like your heart are you putting into this compared to the other person? And I believe it's half and half.
Yeah, and how do you deal with it if communication is cut off? Because that's all you have at that point is those phone conversations. And if he's not going to put in the effort with that, then what do you have?
Yeah, I completely agree. The next question that we have is, my roommate and I don't get along. The bigger issue is that we are involved in the same organizations on campus, so avoiding each other is quite impossible. How would you handle a difficult living situation when there is no way to escape the awkwardness of our stressful and annoying relationship? Michelle, this sounds like an absolute
I must
disaster.
say, I've been through this, and it's really hard. How do you deal with it? You can't avoid the person at all. You kind of just have to, I feel like you have to talk with the person, and if it's past the point of talking, you can't ignore them, but at some points you just need to bite your tongue a little bit because you can't really voice your opinions and get in fights every chance you're together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think it's really hard too, depending on whether you live on campus or off campus.
Right.
I think when you're on campus, this sounds silly, and I'm a little biased because, you know, I'm an RA.
Right.
But if this is really a situation that's happening and, you know, you're passing the person that you live with and can't even look at them straight in the eye, you make no sort of, you know, communication like that, it's time to go talk to your RA.
Right.
As cliche as that sounds, the best idea for me would be, okay, you're going to try to mediate this situation.
Right.
If that, at the end of that mediation, you know, you go through your shared living agreement, like this is what we agreed upon, maybe we could tweak some things and see how that works, give it a test run.
Right.
If that doesn't work, then I would say it's time to look at your other options.
Right. And if you can't get away from it, join other organizations, do other things, get out of the house, and just kind of avoid everything that you can.
And I don't think that you have to sacrifice the things that you love just because there's somebody in an organization that bothers you that much. I'm a firm believer in trying to, you know, you agree to disagree at some point.
So our last and final question is also about relationships. This young lady wants to know, where do I stand in a relationship with my man, and how do I know where I stand? So that's kind of tricky.
Oh no, that's a difficult one. You know, I'm big on communication.
Right.
I'm the girl who's always going to say, you sit his butt down and you talk it out. But no, I mean, I wouldn't try to make it a big deal and make it awkward, but at some point, you just kind of have to be like, what's going on?
Also, if you're getting late night calls or late night texts, that's kind of how you know where you stand. You have to be honest with yourself at some point and just know what you are to that person.
I think the rule is like after 10 p.m., things are a little shady. So, you know, keep that in mind. If things aren't going on during the day and you're not interacting during the day, just consider that.
Agreed.
But unfortunately, that's all the time we have left for the AM Advice. Please submit your questions that you want answered by Michelle and I in the box outside of Plangier. Right now, we have a special story from our roaming reporter, Ray Bogan. Take a look at Good Morning, Good News.
This is my first child, and it's our first Christmas as a family of 3 if you don't count Wally the dog. I guess the biggest difference will be when I was growing up, we had a much more cohesive family. We had a big family that was largely in the same area. So my memories of my dad are, he was the one that was always orchestrating the musical numbers that we'd perform after dinner, and he was always the one pouring the drinks and being kind of the social director. Our families now, my wife, families for my wife and myself are much more spread out. So we don't have a central base. When I was growing up, Christmas Eve was always at my aunt's house. Christmas Day was always at our house. And people would come from all over. And that evolved over time when we were older, too. We'd bring friends or girlfriends. The group just kept getting bigger and bigger. So we're starting afresh. It's going to be a little bit different. We'll probably not be in the same house or the same town every year at Christmas. And that's fine. That's, it's just going to be a little different. And I think that'll, give Augie a lot of opportunities to have some variety. Some things I hope would stay the same, and I'm definitely going to carry on a few traditions I'm looking forward to that we haven't done in a few years because it's not as fun with the adults only. But we used to do a big Santa bag on Christmas Eve where everyone had to pick a bag out of the gift and yell ho ho ho, and you had to kiss the person who was receiving the gift that you selected from the bag. So things to embarrass the kids. I'm looking forward to embarrassing them. Things that I want to give my son soon, and he's not ready. He can't read, obviously. I've got a book that my father gave me called Book of the Seven Seas, which is a collection of seagoing tales. I can't wait to give that to him. So yeah, I expect a lot of new traditions. My wife, couldn't be more gung-ho about Christmas outfits and certain Christmas movies that we watch every year, Christmas music, and she just can't wait until he does more than drool and laugh and just enjoy the day.
What a heartwarming story. Congratulations to Professor Scott and his family. When we come back, we will be sharing what made it into our favorites and what didn't make the cut, next on AM Picks.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Well, you know what that sound means. This next segment we like to call AM Picks, where we present to you our favorite viral video, song, or music video of the week. But moving forward onto our AM Picks, the song today, it is very popular and it's spreading across the world. So our song of the week is called Remember Me, Press Rewind, in parentheses, by Chris Wallace. Michelle, this is a funny story about this song. So I was in the car the other day. I heard the song, it came on, and I thought it was Adam Lambert. Really was convinced.
Interesting.
They never tagged the person, the performer. So I go home, I search Adam Lambert. I tried to remember bits and pieces of the song, couldn't find it anywhere. The other morning, I'm listening to Pandora, and I go, oh my God, it's that Adam Lambert song again. Again, not Adam Lambert. But anyway, I checked it out. I, made sure I saw on my phone, it said Chris Wallace. So I hope you guys enjoy the song as much as I do. Let's take a listen.
I just wanted you to know. Oh, from your ruby lips to your fingers. push, 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 rewind. Go, go back in time. When we were kids, sneaking bottles of wine. Take, take, take me back. I wanna go back, back to what we had. Do you remember when we started this mess? My heart was beating out of my chest. Remember when we stole your dad's car? I never thought we'd take it that far. Oh, we were flying so high, your partners in crime. So why would we ever say goodbye? Remember when we had it all? Do you remember when?
Ash, I must say, I picture you dancing around your apartment, performing into a hairbrush, and kind of just rocking out and singing this at the top of your lungs.
I cannot confirm nor deny that statement, but it's true.
Well, on that note, that's all the time we have left for you this morning. We hope that everyone enjoyed our first show.
Be sure to tune in for more A&M in the AM on Good Morning Monmouth. See you next time.